And so let's get into some basics with using Pillow. Pillow makes it really, really easy to open and show images and do things with them. And if you look at the files, the sample code files for Module 16 in Canvas, you will see that I have a file called M16 Pillow Practice. That's the file I'm gonna be working from today if you want to follow along. And I also have a couple of JPEG files in there for you to play around with, um, so that you can do that. And so opening and showing an image in Pillow first requires you to import the image module from the Pillow library. So you're going to say from Pillow or from PIL, all caps, import image. I use a variable to contain my file name. You don't have to necessarily do that because you could inject the file name directly here. That's the only time you use it, but I just did it that way because I guess just because I felt like it. So file name, and then you can see here that I'm using the image module dot open, and then I'm giving it the file name. And what it creates here is a pillow image object. And that image object is the thing that you can edit. Now, in this script that you have on the screen here, all I'm doing is doing imagefile.show. Imagefile.show will cause the image to open in whatever the default image viewing application is on your computer. So if you're on a Mac, you'll probably see it in preview. If you're on Windows, I think there's an image viewer app or something like that that Windows uses. If you've changed some of the settings on your computer, if you're like a Photoshop user or something like that, you could find it opening in Photoshop or whatever the default is for viewing images. It will just use whatever the system default is. So if I come in here and you can see the same sort of thing here. I've got a slightly different thing here. I'm just going to switch that up. I'm going to say image equals image open file name. There we go. And so when I run this, you can see, there it is, opens that image for me. And the resolution of this image might be big, it might be small. It will be resized by preview to fit my screen. So you can't necessarily rely upon the size here, but if I zoom in far enough, you can see the pixels. Okay, so that is the resolution of this image. And this image is a JPEG image, so you've got some small amount of, if you zoom way in, artifacts and things that are left over by the JPEG compression, but for the most part, it looks pretty good. And so that is the basics for viewing our images. You can't view an image on the command line, so you have to use the default image viewer app to show those images.